welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you a what sold video. I know that we all love watching thrift hauls, but personally I feel like watching what sold videos actually helps you get a better understanding of what to be on the lookout for when you are out thrifting to resell. Because watching what sold videos, you can learn more about what brands, styles, seasonal items, etc. are selling right now. And so this specific what sold video is going to be quick flips edition, which quick flips are my favorite. And these are all items that sold in 7 days or less. They may not be the most profitable items, but they are at least items that sold super fast. So depending on your business model and how much you have to pay for inventory, buying like more lower end items that sell fast might work for you or it might not. For me personally, since I source a lot, like I'd say 90% from the bins, the Goodwill outlet store, it works great for me because I only pay about $1 on average per item. Okay, so let's get right into the video. The first item is this Lularoe t-shirt dress, and this is in a size 2XL. Usually I would definitely pass on Lularoe. It is super oversaturated unless you find certain items from them. Like I think I've sold some kimonos from them, or I've heard that they're jeans, which I've never seen jeans myself from them, but I've heard their jeans, if you ever see those, are worth checking the comps on. But anyway, so I picked this dress up specifically because it was such a nice condition, and it was also a size 2XL, and plus sizes usually like a 2X or bigger usually does good for me in almost any brand as far as maybe a lower profit but a quick flip. They usually sell super fast for me. So I got about $12 for this and I was happy with that. Okay, the next item was these Under Armour women's athletic like volleyball shorts. I had these listed for about $13 and I got an offer for $8, and I was like, you know what? I'll just take the offer. They sold in like 2 or 3 days. I was happy with that. They're out the door. Items are moving. I'm still making a profit. I'm totally fine with that. The next item was this Old Navy linen blend extra large tropical print kind of button-up dress. This sold for $16.90. I believe that was on an offer. I'm not sure. But yeah, I love picking up Old Navy in the larger sizes like this, like an extra large or bigger. I usually always pick it up, except for the jeans. Their jeans don't always perform as good. Maybe it's just the time of year we're in or something, but I haven't seen the jeans perform as well. But I still pick up bigger sizes than their jeans sometimes at the bins specifically, not at the regular thrift store. At a regular thrift store, I wouldn't pick up anything Old Navy unless it was for myself, because personally I love Old Navy. Anyway, so I was happy with this. It sold in just a few days of being listed. The next item is this Express shirt. I got this from the bins, and a couple months back, I had seen an Express shirt at the bins, and for the record, I do not pick up Express a lot, but I'd seen a shirt there, and it was like similar to this, how this one is called the City shirt. It was like the something shirt, a certain style. I think it started with a P. If you know the style, please leave it in the comments. But anyway, so I was like, should I get this or not? Should I look it up? I just threw it back and kept going. Later that night, like literally later that night or like the next day, I was watching a what sold video, and someone had sold that exact shirt, and they were like, Express isn't usually that great, but this specific style performs really well. And so I was super disappointed I missed that. And so when I saw this one, it was a very similar style button-down shirt, and it had a specific style name, I just grabbed it. And so this one didn't perform quite as good, but I still got $11 for it, and it sold in just a few days. Next up was these Adidas leather golf shoes. This time of year, golf items are performing super good. So if you have any of those, or if you see those when you're out thrifting for a reasonable price, definitely grab them. I had these listed for a little higher, but I got an offer for $25. They had some fading and stuff to them. They weren't in immaculate condition, so I just took the offer, and they had sold in literally like 2 days, I think. Next up was these Daniel Cremeau 100% linen pants. This is a brand I just learned about a few months ago. I think basically I am always trying to learn more brands and stuff. So I think how I learned this brand was I went through a little phase at the bins, and I'm still kind of in that phase, but I learned so much from that phase that I don't need to do it every time now. Anyways, I went through a little phase at the bins where I was like, I know that blazers, men's blazers and suit jackets are very expensive, and that I know some of them at the bins have to be worth something, but I truly didn't know anything about the brands on the blazers. So I literally started grabbing every men's blazer from the bins, put it in my cart, and I would go off to the side in between when they're bringing out new rows and I'm waiting for the new row and stuff. I don't know if they do that at your bins. If you've never been to the bins, you probably don't know what I'm talking about at all. But anyway, so I just go off to the side and start looking up every single blazer on eBay and seeing what the sell-through rate was for this specific brand, the material, and the size it was. And then also what how much they were selling for. And so through that, I learned so much about which blazers are the best to pick up. I would say the best pickup are anything Ralph Lauren or Lauren Ralph Lauren, which honestly you can find a lot of at even the regular Goodwill or the bins. And then I learned what not to pick up or not to even worry about. And I think this was one of the brands I discovered in that time. And so I grabbed these when I saw them because of the brand. Not everything in this brand performs well, but these 100% linen pants did. They sold super fast. I think I got an offer for $20 and I accepted it. So yeah, that's the story on those. Next up was this Knox Rose extra extra large tie-dye style top. This had a tiny flaw, like right about here. It has some like lace detail and it had like some fraying in it. So I list them a little cheaper. Knox Rose is a brand sold at Target, but it actually performs super well. It has quite a good following on resale platforms. So I usually pick it up, and especially the larger, like a large or above performs better. Small, extra small, medium doesn't perform quite as good in this brand. It'll probably just sit a little longer for you. But this still sold in just, I had this like laying around in my, some people call it a death pile. I try to be mindful and call it a money pile. I had this laying around in my money pile for months, and I finally got around to listing it, and then it sold in just a few days. So list your money pile pieces. This I found at the bins. I picked it up mostly because it was plus size swimwear. I'm picking up lots of swimwear this time of year. When I go to the regular Goodwill or regular thrift store, the first aisle I look at is the swimwear aisle because swimwear is selling super well this time of year. So this came from the bins. I got an offer, or I think I might have sent an offer to watchers on this. That's why the total is like such a weird number because it was probably like 18% off. I like to do that a lot. I usually do like 15%, 18%, or 20%. I don't really know how I decided. It's just kind of based on my mood. But anyway, so I sent an offer on this. They accepted. Sold within just a couple of days. So if you are at the bins, you see Land's End plus size swimwear pieces, pick them up. Get them listed. You'll make a profit and they'll sell fast. All right. This is one of my absolute favorite brands to buy for myself and to find thrifting, of course. I purchased this for myself on eBay a few months ago. I was just kind of getting bored of it. I didn't really love the way it fit and all that. So I decided to resell it. I'm pretty sure I only paid about $25 for it. So I definitely still made a little profit and it sold super fast. And this is the brand Natural Life. And so this is, oh, it changed. I totally had it on another one I sold so I could show you the tag really quick. in case you aren't familiar with this brand, because I have hardly ever heard resellers talk about it. So this is what the tag looks like. I absolutely love this brand. Okay, these I picked up at the bins. I don't usually pick up a lot of apartment 9, so this was not a brand pickup. This was more of a style and a size pickup, and also the fact they had an elastic waist, which usually performs better in jeans and shorts, especially in larger sizes. So the boot cut, the flare leg, these are definitely more popular styles right now. This is a bigger size, and like I said, it had an elastic waistband. So these sold super fast for $14. Next up was these Gap trousers. Gap is another one that I didn't pick these up because of the brand. I definitely don't pick up everything in Gap. I hardly pick up, I'd say maybe 20 to 30% of the Gap pieces I find, if even that. So this was a style pickup and a size pickup. They're a bigger size. Size 14 usually performs a lot better in jeans and pants than some of the smaller sizes. They were wide leg. They were also a tall, which if you're tall, there's probably less options listed. So I figured, because these were just such a cute, modern piece, they were definitely worth grabbing, and I was right. They sold super fast. I think I got an offer for $17 and I accepted it. Next up was these Oh My Gauze wide leg pants. I absolutely love this brand. I find it pretty often. I think it is based out of Florida, and I live in South Florida, so I think maybe that's why I find it more often. I haven't heard many resellers talk about it, but it has a great sell-through rate. Usually you can get at least $20 for almost any piece from this brand, so I love finding it in the bins or even at the regular Goodwill for about $5 a piece. I'll gladly pay that just because I know it's going to sell quickly and it's not going to be sitting around in my house for ages. It's going to flip, I'm going to make a profit, and I'm happy about that. So definitely look out for this brand. It has a super gauzy material, so you should be able, if you see that gauzy material, just check and see if it's Oh My Gauze. Next up is these Vionic kind of cork platform wedge sandals. These I picked up at the bins. They were in amazing condition. Vionic is an orthopedic kind of sandal. They're super good for your feet. They're recommended by podiatrists and stuff. So they're definitely a good brand. They sell for a lot retail, and so they have a good resale value as well. They usually do best because they mostly make sandals. They do make some boots and other stuff, but you won't find those as often. The sandals are the main thing they're known for, so they usually sell best in the spring and the summer. And I think I had these listed for about $30, but I got an offer for $20, and I was happy for a quick flip, so I took the offer. Next up was these Jessica Simpson wide leg jeans, size 14. Once again, this was not a brand pickup. Jessica Simpson, it's okay, but I definitely don't pick things up just because I see the tag, you know? There's some brands, no matter what it is, you see that tag, you're going to pick it up. But this is more of a style and a size pickup. Once again, the wide leg jean is super popular right now, and it's a size 14, which I feel like anything a size 12 and up in jeans and pants is definitely going to sell a lot faster for you and have a better sell-through rate than smaller sizes. So yeah, I grabbed these and they sold super fast for 20 bucks. I was happy with that because I don't feel like they retail for that much. Next up is another brand, a brand that's new to me. I see this brand a lot at the bins, and I passed on it for a really long time. And I remembered hearing in a reseller's video, I think it was Becky Park. If you guys watch her, she is awesome. I think I remember hearing in one of her videos that it was a good brand, and I still didn't pick it up or look into it at all for months, I feel like. Finally, I was like, let me look this brand up. So I did, and they had a really good sell-through rate, and they don't sell for a lot, but they have an amazing sell-through rate, and that matters more to me personally than the amount because I can get things super cheap at the bins. So I prefer to flip items and move them fast than necessarily to get the most expensive item, but it might sit for a year before it finally sells. I'm not patient enough for that. So anyways, I had these listed for about $22. I got an offer for $14 and I just took the offer to keep them moving. Next up was this Lane Bryant top. I picked this up at the bins just because it was a plus size and it was a really cute style. This sold in just a couple days for an offer for $10. Next up is this Maurices dress. I picked this up at the bins for myself actually, but I did not like the way that it fit on me, so I listed it and I was pretty surprised how quickly it sold. I knew it was like a cute style, kind of like a minimalist look, but I was still surprised it sold in just a couple of days for $15 because Maurices doesn't usually perform that well for me. Next up, this was a super fun flip. I got this from the bins. I love finding super artsy, vintage stuff like this. Jacket. Let me show you the tag really quick. It wasn't an amazing brand or anything. I found this brand a couple times before, but it was really the style that was the reason for this jacket. I had it listed for $80. I got an offer for $50 and I took the offer happily because it sold in literally like 2 days. Okay, and last but not least, definitely not least, one of my favorite things to find is Crocs. I pick up all the Crocs I find at the bins, women's, men's, kids. I pick them all up. They clean up super easily, and they sell super reliably and fast. So this particular style with the strappy sandal style and like the jelly look, this particular style has an excellent resale rate. So I definitely recommend picking them up if you see them at the right price. So that's all for today's What Sold video. I hope you guys learned something. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And please give it a like if you did. And hit that subscribe button to see more content from me and my reselling business. Thank you guys so much. Have a blessed day.